Good morning, friends. This morning quote is by Napoleon Hill. If you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. Friends, there is no denying the fact that everybody just thinks of doing great things. But the fact is that everybody cannot do great things, but everybody can do even a small things in a great way. See, it what does this thought emphasizes? This thought emphasizes the importance of initiating a work and doing with excellence. See, keep on working on any project with excellence in your ability. For example, just take an example. All parents want that their children should get A plus in all the subjects, but they never start thinking about one subject. If the child gets A in maths and then he starts thinking about getting A in science, gradually he will get A in all the subjects. But let him initiate getting at least A plus in one of these subjects. Generally parents keep on emphasizing and just giving undue pressure that the child should get A plus in all the subjects, 20 on 20. But the fact that they don't think of, allowing the child at least to get A plus in one of the subjects. If you do one subject with excellence, it will inspire you to do all the subjects with excellence. So there is a small story. A potter was making pot, and he was trying to create beauty in his small, cup made of, soil. He was trying to mold soil, that muddy soil, into cup, but he was making it such beautiful shape, giving such a beautiful shape that all other potters were surprised. A small cup made differently in a great way made him so popular that all the tea, stalls started giving him order, because everybody wanted that they should have a cup of tea or coffee in that very set of, soiled cup, because that has a very unique shape and beauty. And they didn't throw it and they didn't destroy, rather they took it back to home, just and then washed it, and just they used it. So what was there? The potter was not thinking of doing a great, creativity, or doing a great thing. He was just thinking of doing a small thing in a great way. Another example: a farmer was cultivating land, a very small piece of land he had. He just thought of making his farming different. Ask, what did he do? He started using Javik compost, and then he found that the fertility of the soil got enhanced several times, and he could produce three crops within a season with a greater yield. The other farmers were surprised. They were having, large plots like 3 acres, 4 acres, but their yield was not increasing because they were using all chemical fertilizers. So the fertility of the soil was getting declined every day and day by day. So they just asked that farmer, you have just got half acre of land and your yield of all the crops is increasingly becoming greater than the area of the land. What is the secret of that? He said that there is nothing like that. I have started preparing Javik compost, and I'm using only Javik compost. I'm not using any chemical fertilizer. And for the last 4 years, I have been trying this small thing that has made the soil more fertile, more growthful, and because of that, the yield of the crop is increasing, enhancing day by day. So, what was the farmer trying to do, and what was the farmer trying to suggest? He was trying to suggest that even in a small plot, doing a very small thing differently has given me a bigger result. So it's not important that you should do great things. Start initiating even a small work. See, there are innumerable examples in our life that we actually go on pondering what great things we should do, that we should become rich overnight. How can one become rich overnight? It is not possible. You cannot have a magical hand that you can really have prosperity within second. It takes time. But the thing is that if you start doing small thing with excellence, you will find that you are fast growing as compared to the others. They see in the field of research and development, the area where the people have been trying small things, and with the small things they are trying to create bigger, I mean, achievement. So the achievement in any sense, it doesn't mean that a big achievement. See, we as a parent and a teachers should always emphasize and try to make the child and motivate the child to work at least on one or two subjects in a specific manner. Even if it is a small achievement, he is mastering one subject. Let us say if a child is very good communicator, if he speaks very well any language, Hindi, English, Sanskrit, and if he is a very good interpreter, he interprets the idea in a very nice manner, elaborative way, comprehensive way, that child is going to be a good writer, a good journalist, and now his life will be better than all others. So develop at least one small talent in the child. Suppose a child is a very good cricketer, he is playing bowling, batting, everything excellently. Even if you give him training at a very small age and make him at least not a national player, but at least at his school he is the best player, he will be in the light of the people and the selectors. He will be selected for a state, and once he will be selected for a state, he will have chances to go for national, I mean, stage. So what is needed? A proper training in a very small way is needed to brush up the talent of the children. See, parents, what do? They keep on giving the children tuition after tuition. And as you know, the mentors actually, those who have been guiding them, they actually do not acknowledge their hidden talent. They keep on forcing that, look, you have to get 20 on 20. Getting 20 on 20 is not an achievement. Getting the concept clear and mastering the subject is more important than getting 20. Getting marks is a technique, but getting the concepts clear and mastering the concept is something else. And for that, you need to have small chapter wise explanation, concept wise explanation, mastering small ideas and making it clear to the mind of the children. And that is the reason why most of the schools nowadays keep on giving bulk of assignments, assignment after assignment. Even one assignment is not clear, another assignment is being imposed upon the children. But the fact is that their skill is not developed. They have not mastery one application of one formula in physics. They have been taught the entire lesson, one application of one derivation of one physical, one concept of physics. And if it is being applied to one kind of question, gradually the child will have the confidence to apply various formulae and various concepts to different, I mean, applications of solving the questions. So what I feel, what I try to emphasize, that it is not important to do great things only. Everybody cannot do great things. No, your potential is limited. And even if your potential is not limited, you have to initiate doing small things first. How you have to see, have you ever heard, today you are talking about Elon Musk, the one of the richest person in the world. Now, did he really become the richest person in a day? Did Dhoni really become a very popular cricketer in a day? No, he started playing at his school, and gradually he played and small skills of batting. He, made it perfect. So, perfecting the, I mean, skill of batting, Dhoni became a very good batsman and very good wicket keeper also. So the fact is that he didn't try to do big things like becoming Sachin Tendulkar. He tried his own style of, batting, and he has a very unique style. He mastered that style. Later on, he started, keeping the wicket, and keeping the wicket also he perfected. Gradually, you can do things. You can't really master the things overnight. Nobody, nobody. So it is my sincere advice to every parent, every mentor. Please try to make the child aware of one hidden talent he has, and try to apply him on one of these subjects. If he gets excellence on that subject, gradually he will apply to the other subjects. See, if a child is very comprehensive and very, very analytical in thinking, logical in thinking, be sure that he is going to be a scientist. So who is going to initiate this small hidden talent in the child? Either the parent or the teacher, and or the mentor. So the mentor and the teacher and the parents must understand that it is not important to ask the child to get, 99% marks in all the subjects. Let him find 99% at least in maths, at least in science, at least in English. One subject, if he masteries, he will gradually try to master all other subjects, because doing small things add to bigger things, and that is what is experimented in life. Even in business, people start thinking about establishing a big project. How can you establish a big project having no experience in the business? Start a small business. You see, a tea stall, was there in one of the small cities, and there were several tea stalls in and around him. But that person had one unique way. He, before serving tea, he had sanitizer and hand wash. He himself initiated the customers, asked them to wash their hand, sanitize it, and sit properly. And he used to give a piece of cloth, very fine, very neat and clean, to use it for after washing. And then he asked them to take tea very comfortably. He wrote a poster near his, and that no smokers is being served tea. So the people who really smoke, they didn't come to his. And gradually he printed several pamphlets giving the negative aspects of what are the dangerous effect of taking gutka and all other things. And he, whenever whoever came to take tea, he just gave 4 lines written about cigarette, harmful effect of cigarette, alcohol, gutka, and all other pan masala. And gradually the people who came to take tea at his tea stall became fan of him, and he became a very prosperous tea stall holder. And the other tea stall holders were learning from him how he made his small business an excellent way of earning, and giving message to the society that any kind of addiction like smoking or taking alcohol or any other thing is going to be hazardous to health. And he made the people, the customers, aware. 100 customers added to 1,000 customers, and gradually he spread the message. In his area there was no smoking allowed, no smoker could come, so only those people who were having no addiction were allowed to sit at his tea stall and take the tea. And he took very hygienic effort that every customer should be very sure of all the hygiene, maintaining hygiene in taking tea, and then washing hands and all that. So the thing is that that tea stall runner was not thinking of establishing a big business, but his small business became so popular, so prosperous, that everybody was stunned at his achievement. That is what I wanted to say. Start doing small things, but in a great way. It is not a for, see what, there is a proverb that great things are done great, but if you are doing things in a great manner. People who are great, they don't do different things. See, all great people have started doing things differently. So great people do not do great things. They do the things differently, and then it becomes great. So it is important to start working on small things and do it in a great manner. Ultimately it will lead to a bigger achievement. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you. Have a nice day. This is Eddie Singh on the channel Easy English by Eddie Singh.